Hello, everybody. It's Maximum Color back again to commentate this lovely pre-recorded match of SVJohnWayne versus ThisWasMurphy. Let's take a look at the standings over here. See how our players have been doing thus far. ThisWasMurphy currently standing in 4th place with John Wayne down in 8th. John Wayne has not yet played a match, it seems. This will be John Wayne's debut match, while Murphy has a single win under his belt. So this could definitely, this will be very interesting. See where John Wayne is going to be pointing his sights. If he's going to be going for some high places or not. We shall see in this early first match. Looks like our players are lining up. All right, we are off with a bit of speedrun level. 5-second world record. This could be very, very quick indeed. And it looks like a lot of tight spike jumps at a high velocity. All right, what do we have here? We have a first clear for ThisWasMurphy over here. Murphy taking the first clear, bringing the score 1-0. See how long it takes John to catch up. The next level will be up over here. We got John Wayne taking a clear, tying it up, sticking right on the heels of Murphy. Where was I last match? Oh, I was not here. I was taking a bit of a break, getting some food, you know. I had to chill out after that amazing match just before the last one. Good to hear that the last one was good, though. Very, very nice. Here we are on Desert Dash, a 3D world speedrun, making use of those boost panels to really speed things along. And here we go, Murphy coming in hot with this second clear. Great job. And John Wayne taking his second clear, moments behind. This is already lining up to be a very close game. On / oof. Oh no. This could be a treat. All right, Murphy riding this coaster around. Waiting directly above that skull platform. Looks like he has to, oh wow, you have to trigger that on-off switch and then land on the coaster from the momentum of that turning around coaster. Both of our runners managed to make it through, and both of them fall at the first of the on-off walls. All right, here's John Wayne deciding to start over. Not entirely sure why. Maybe he missed his ride. I'm pretty sure it comes back though. I guess it doesn't. All right, here we go. Missed his ride. Moving forward. This was Murphy moving forward on through the level, collecting some coins just for the snaz of it, and taking up the third clear. John Wayne is close. Oh, he's in hot pursuit, but he's falling. He takes a risky jump. Does not pay off. Oh, puts him behind. Oh, we'll see if he can catch up before Murphy finishes his next level. Unfortunately, it does look like Murphy will be going into Dashy Desert, another potential speedrun level. We'll see if he can start creating more of a gap between himself and John Wayne over here. Again, with the boost panels. A lot of 3D world kind of speedruns going on here. This one seems a little odd, though. It looks like you have to pull back quite a bit. Not very speedrunning. And Murphy hitting the first checkpoint of the next level. Making his way through it. Nice and quick. John Wayne trying to hit that on-off switch. Finding it while Murphy finds the flagpole for his fourth clear. John Wayne slipping in for his third clear. Trying to keep the gap as small as he possibly can. All right, we have Murphy going on to Night in the Desert. A lot of desert levels. Sounded like there was quite like the match on that last one. Those of you checking out on YouTube right now, go ahead and check out Brahmi versus Oshikurosu. It sounds like it was an incredible match. Wayne climbing up the tree, seeing if there's any hidden power-ups. Doesn't find any. Accidentally falls off the edge over here. And Murphy taking his own fall. John Wayne leaping through the air, twirling, deciding rather than pulling back like Murphy was, he is twirling forward and keeping as much momentum as he possibly can to get through this level faster, finds the checkpoint. Murphy on his very, very slow, low gravity level, taking those jumps, climbing through the clouds. Those clouds way up in outer space, who knew? Wayne taking another death, same as Murphy. Fortunately, Wayne does have the checkpoint. Personally, I'm not too familiar with SVJohnWayne over here. If anyone in the chat who might be a fan of him would like to tell me what he tends to go by, is it John Wayne, John Wayne? It'd be nice to be a little accurate. Meanwhile, he is getting his fourth clear, tying it up with Murphy. And moving on to Night in the Desert, Murphy is Sean Vane. Is it Sean Vane? I don't know if you guys are joking or not. I'm gonna keep calling him John Wayne. Okay, John Wayne in the chat clearing things up for me. Thank you. All right. Okay, here we go. Meanwhile, John is sliding through space. I believe this is the... Oh, it is Night in the Desert. I see. I understand. I was wondering why it was called Desert, but I see. It is nighttime. Moving through this hot, dusty night. I'm actually a little bit surprised that both of our runners ended up keeping this level. It is taking quite a long time to get through, but the goal is in sight for Murphy, just waiting. Has to fight against that unfortunately timed wind, making it much harder to get in there. And jumps right on into the goal and is completely fine, standing on his little spikes. Meanwhile, John Wayne is flying over rainbows and into the pipe. Murphy heading on over to Japan. John Wayne trying to get through those claw traps with that wind in his face. Now, rides the tailwind right into the goal, fast as can be. Completely different from what we saw on the other side over here. And tying the game up as Murphy falls into a trap hole. Didn't realize we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Over here. All right. All right, Murphy skipping those silly traps. Running into a Galumba and a required key. Turning around immediately. Not sure if the Goomba has a key in it or not, but he seems to want to check out the rest of the level first. Meanwhile, John Wayne is deciding to try and take out the Galumba, but unfortunately misses that tight little jump there. Murphy finds a unfortunate death trap. John Wayne deciding to explore around the level a little bit now that he is back here anyway. Not sure if it was intended to get that spring on the note block or not, but that is an interesting way to get just a little bit of extra height. And the key was underneath the Galumba, and there's a second door with a second key. Moving on to a Bowser fight. John Wayne tries to take the very difficult jump over the top while Murphy is exploring further around the level, finding power-ups, trying to find as many secrets as he can. Comes into the same room from an alternate entrance. This is interesting. This could be leading anywhere. Looks like we got multiple paths here. John Wayne deciding to skip the level and move on to a different one. You gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. I kind of want to know where this level's going. But we still have Murphy on the case while John Wayne is dealing with Goomba rain. He skipped this crazy level and moved right into hot garbage land. Murphy is trying to take out Bowser in this ever so exciting infinite fire flower fight. Doesn't find the key. And with that, he decides to exit the course. He does not know of the other entrance, and it definitely seems that level is more of an eternal maze than anything else. John Wayne taking the leap of faith, landing in the lava. The goal is to reach the goal without taking damage. So far, doesn't really make a difference without any power-ups, and hey, he finds it. Wow, was that like a dev exit? He just climbs straight on up into that box and finds the goal, moving forward into first place with 6 clears. Murphy is hot on his tails, finding that box much faster, moments behind, taking his 6th clear as well. Both of our runners will be moving on to Amazon's 30-second delivery. Who knew that our runners need to pick up these side jobs? But I do like the creative level design here. Transporting a package. Definitely has that Amazon-y feel to it. This is exactly what I picture whenever I'm waiting for a package. It's totally what's happening. Got plenty of spikes, plenty of pipes, plenty of plumbers and mushroom people. Amazon. Got that logo. And here's John Wayne climbing on up, getting to the flagpole first, keeping his lead with 7 clears. We got 4 minutes left on the clock, guys. We are looking at a very high clear potential race here. Outline Poison Hill 01. Very, very good. All right. Meanwhile, Murphy, I don't know if I missed something over there, but it looks like he actually skipped the level, the Amazon level. Don't know how good of a choice that was. It was a bit of a short level, but there's no way for him to know how much longer it was going. And deciding to take out that Lakitu while John Wayne is moving on to the next level in Super Mario Bros. 1 fashion. Murphy, the absolute savage, slaughtering everything in his path. Lakitu gets a little hit in on him, trying to get some revenge, but ends up having to surrender his cloud. Guys, we are now playing Grand Theft Auto Nintendo Switch Edition. Alright. Traveling over the poison, finding himself a feather. Yes, a feather. Making sure I have the power-ups, right? Meanwhile, John Wayne is just traversing over some islands in the sky, finding himself an 8th clear at that flagpole, taking a solid lead, cementing himself very much in first place at this point. We'll see what choices Murphy makes that might be able to contend with this. John Wayne moving on to Castle Precision, while Murphy has to sit and wait for this poison to go down. If he could get enough of a run, he would be able to fly, but he does find the goal, and he's missing 2 coins. If he can find those 2 coins, then he, excuse me, then he's in for it. He's in for the victory. There he is. He finds the clear condition and grabs his 7th clear. John Wayne with some spin-grabbing tech, some tight wall jumps. Doesn't quite get past that 3rd piranha plant. Murphy has just under 2 minutes to try and tie it up to potentially get into overtime, and that all depends on how John Wayne is going to be doing over here. See if he manages to clear the level himself. He also has about 90 seconds to do so. If he does manage to clear it, it's very unlikely Murphy will be able to catch up, but we shall see what the future holds in store. John Wayne seems to be on a very difficult level. It's definitely giving him a lot of trouble early on, but it is a 20-second speedrun. Murphy finding the clear, getting his 8th clear, tying the game. We have 1 minute for either of our players to get in there and to find a victory. Otherwise, we will be going into overtime, folks. Excellent. Again, this next level is a 20-second speed run for both of our players, so there's definitely a strong possibility of them finishing the level before time is up. They've got about 1 or 2 more tries each. Murphy making it further along than JohnWayne, but dying at the last moment while JohnWayne overtakes. He throws those words in my mouth and overtakes him. We get to see the bridge this time around. Murphy and JohnWayne on their last possible attempt, assuming that it is a tight timer. Murphy no longer has time, and JohnWayne has just enough time. We will see if he manages to clear it on this attempt or not, and he does. The timer is not tight, but it does not matter. SVJohnWayne slipping in with the 9th clear for the win. Wow. And there's some seriously high clears going on. That is crazy. Okay. Again, now that I'm back, there is hydration reminders. Back with me, guys. Remember to drink your water. We got a world record on JohnWayne's side. It's been 15 minutes already. It's crazy how fast these matches go, and these runners are moving so fast. When these clear counts are just rising up like a ticking clock. Good job. Looks like we got a lot of good feedback in the chat here. This is definitely a good match. Anyone who has taken the time to watch this, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for supporting the GSA. Now we got our runners resetting their clocks. Looks like we'll be moving on to 1-3, La Pradera de Cupas. If I mispronounced that, well, chances are, if you know that I mispronounced it, you know what it says anyway. Luigi ZX. All right, sorry for that bit of silence, folks. I, too, am trying to remain hydrated, but here I am, right back in time for our match to be beginning. It looks like our timers are a little out of sync. I'm not sure if that'll get fixed or not, but it seems to be getting fixed right now as we speak. Excellent. All right. JohnWayne starting off in this World 1-3 with a mushroom power-up. Murphy deciding to go for the speed tactics instead. It's like our rogue versus our fighter over here. Now Wayne's got a second power-up. Roasting through, grabs the checkpoint, and tanks a hit. Good thing he did decide to get those power-ups. Takes a second hit. Meanwhile, Murphy's speed seems to be paying off. He has not taken any hits so far, and both of the players enter the warp box at almost the same time. Long jump, both of them deciding to long jump into the goal within half a second of each other. Already off to a 1-1 start. Fantastic. All right, we're going to be moving on to Snowy Hills here by Jason. We have to grab all 350 coins. I kind of like levels like this. It really forces you to explore the level without being too trolly. Murphy hopping around. JohnWayne inspecting the doors, going in and out, seeing what he's got. Murphy faced with his first challenge. Can he grab the 50 coin? Yes, he does. No problem at all for this experienced player. JohnWayne coming up on the same challenge. Into the cave of the thwomp. Or the chain chomp. Goodness, it's a chain chomp. His name might be Thwomp, though. Who knows? JohnWayne hiding, avoiding those icicles, grabbing his mushroom. Murphy going into his own ice cave and dodging falling projectiles. Exploring, seeing what's to the left. He sees the key door, but he does not see the key. Going left, left, very far left to that very tall overlook, finding the key over the flower mountain. He just has to make it back to that door. It should be totally fine unless there's secrets that we don't know about that our level designer implanted. Alright, Murphy sliding down. He has one last little cave to get through. Doesn't manage to get through unscathed, but utilizes the damage boost to just barely get through there. Grabbing the mushroom for the win, for the clear, taking the score to 2-2 as John Wayne finishes the level before I can even finish my words. Moving on to 1-ups or not. 10-second level. Another 10-second level. 2% clear rate. Less than a 2% clear rate. By Jimbo, 999. Got a 6-second world record here. It looks like it might just be a bunch of P-switch jumps. If that's all it is, then I'm sure our runners have got it. Oh, but one of those jumps is definitely very, very long, and they're going to have a lot of momentum going forward on that. Murphy not quite making it on his attempt. Can John Wayne make it? No, he does not make it. That is definitely the part that is bringing this clear rate way down. On John Wayne still not quite making it. P-switch jumps, not the hardest thing in the world, but when coupled with a huge jump like that with the spikes and everything, that can definitely be difficult. All right, John Wayne overshooting just a little bit, trying to keep the momentum as strong as he can. Looks like we might have to do both a keep high momentum as well as kind of a corner jump here off the P-switch, and we don't even know what, if there's any more jumps after that one. This is the kind of level where the runners can definitely get caught up if they keep trying it for too long. Sometimes it's just worth skipping it, but it's hard. When you put time into this kind of level, and it's only 6 seconds long, you know you can do it. All it takes is for everything to come together, the stars to align, and you will have it fine, but who knows how many attempts it will take. Each one of these attempts is almost 10 seconds, and even though it's a very short level, if you're trying this level 10, 20 times, that time really adds up. Both of our runners still sticking with the course. John Wayne making that huge jump and following through to take the flagpole, getting the third clear, sticking with it pays off for John Wayne over here. Murphy, on the other hand, deciding to skip the level, probably a good decision. If it weren't for John Wayne's success over there, then we would still be tied. But John Wayne managed to get through, and we're moving through to icy cold speedrun 30 seconds. It is icy. It is cold. Murphy's running. Wayne has taken his first death. Can Murphy make it? First attempt. If he can, that could be the time gain that he needs to catch back up with John Wayne. No, he runs into the bonsai bill. Right on the nose. Normally a good saying, but not in this moment. John Wayne gets slammed by a thwomp while Murphy is racing through again, rocketing toward the finish line. What do we have? We have 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left on the clock. For Murphy, can he make it? Bouncing over the bonsai bills, taking a tour up to the northwestern corner of the map, and speeding around to, is it the finish? Yes, it is. Murphy manages to get it on his second attempt. John Wayne, however, is chasing close behind. We are currently tied up, but not for long, as John Wayne circles around and grabs the flagpole himself, climbing the bouncy stairway to victory and resuming his lead 4-3. We're taking another trip over to Japan with a 30-second world record. Murphy is loaded in just a little bit sooner, and he is swinging right over the spikes. Very comfortable with those claws. Well, John Wayne struggling just a little bit. Might have to warm up a tad. Murphy right into the claws, directly out of the pipe. Not hesitating at all. John Wayne taking a little bit slower, a little bit safer, grabbing the checkpoint there. Murphy coming out of the pipe, twirling just a little bit too much and landing on the spikes there. both of our runners here. Murphy grabbing that checkpoint that John Wayne, I believe, previously got. It's honestly hard to tell. A lot of this level is very similar. And here we have Murphy coming out of a blue pipe, John Wayne coming out of a yellow pipe. Not entirely sure which one's further along, but here we go. We get to see John Wayne sees the finish, and it looks like it is blocked off by some on-off switches. So who knows what traps may be in store. We do have to turn that block off, and Murphy takes the flagpole first, tying it up to 4-4 for now. We will see how long that lasts as John Wayne makes his way through the same course. Sliding right across that ice and into the yellow pipe. I believe this is the last section that he has to complete. And here's the flagpole, and he grabs it, reclaiming his lead once again, bringing the total to 5-4. While Murphy is exploring around just a little bit ahead in 3D land. He's trying his best to reclaim some, I guess, a tie. Trying to tie the score back up. Takes out that Thwomp brutally with his block witchcraft. Finds himself in an interesting little trap there. Both of the players now exploring the left wall. Murphy having just a little bit better reaction time, climbing up the Thwomp and finding nothing there. It was all a trap. Nothing that really mattered anyway. Murphy again going through the warp box and finding himself in yet another little trap. John Wayne going through the same warp box, but going up through the right instead, paying off a little bit better, finding himself a boo and jumping into it. Likely thought it was a power-up. This level is a little bit trolly, that is for sure. It looks like Murphy got to see the word no written on his screen. Not usually a good sign. Again, same trick, almost runs into the boo, just has slightly better reaction time and manages to catch himself on the wall and slide back down, but does restart anyway. Looks like all they've got to do is use that block as a platform. And John Wayne finding himself in the same trap that Murphy found himself in previously, while Murphy long jumps to victory, giving us some flair and pizzazz at the top of that flagpole, tying up the score once again. John Wayne not too far behind, though, to reclaiming his lead. Having to start the course over, though. Not entirely sure why he decided to do that, but it is definitely beneficial for Murphy's case. Murphy over an Arctic attack. And it looks like we're doing a kind of like a reverse slide level, climbing up instead of down. Oh, going down and up now. Dodging through the bullets. Sliding on down through all the stuff. It looks like John Wayne actually skipped the previous level. Or no. Yes, it seems that he skipped the previous level. While Murphy is claiming the lead. What a comeback at this moment. Wow, Murphy bringing the clear total up 6-5 in his favor. We still got 4 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for either of these runners to take the win. Lang level. We got long level by this, or for This Was Murphy over here. And hopefully the long level is not just sitting on cannonballs, but I mean, hey, that's easy, right? Alright, we do see that Murphy over here is opting to take it down vertically, taking down one at a time. Hopefully that will not be detrimental, and it does not seem to be. He is grabbing the helmet, moving forward, taking a second one for the road. And managing to get through those burners without having a damage boost. Doesn't quite make his jump, though. Meanwhile, John Wayne he was dodging through, going crazy over there, and eventually slid off the edge, unfortunately. But he definitely looks like he's on a fun level. This time, Murphy is going with a slightly different approach to how he's taking out those cannonballs. He does know that he doesn't have to worry about it too much because it does not travel too far. taking the Shelmet, not picking up a second one this time, instead deciding to slide through and just taking the hit, taking the damage boost, bouncing off the note block, getting the extra height, and running through to the end as John Wayne finishes his previous level. Murphy is now, he has flipped the standings. He is now keeping himself just one clear in the lead, 7-6 right now. Great job. Oh, moving on to Sister's first level. A little different. Not my first level, but Sister's first level. Murphy in a fight with a boom boom. With the boom 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 boom. Meanwhile, John Wayne is taking that very long magic cannonball ride. Unfortunately, he did decide to allow an additional group of cannonballs to go ahead of him, and it is causing a little bit of a problem for him. However, it does help him get past the burners. Doesn't matter, takes the hit anyway. Murphy is jumping up through the sky, finds himself a star. Looked like it was a hidden star. Moving back around, deciding to take the safe route and go all the way back. Running through, taking out the Bowser, one shot, no problem, and finding himself a lovely checkpoint. Not deciding to slide down the wall and just moving at full speed. And Murphy sliding in onto the flagpole for his 8th clear, really turning this game around. John Wayne still struggling on the previous level just a little bit. Again, he's got that wall of cannonballs in front of him that is unfortunately causing some trouble, making it extra hard for him. Manages to somehow save all that, but it is definitely slowing him down. We got 1-2 Mushroom Cave. John Wayne with a little bit of different strategy here. Rather than taking the more difficult jumps, he is just utilizing using the cannonballs, but he misses just before the end of the level. Very unfortunate. We have 45 seconds left on the clock. Can Murphy bring it up to 9 clears? He's definitely moving fast, sliding through this level. Dodging everything. Dodging spikes, Goombas, Wiggles, hammers, coins, and not death, unfortunately. He does have a 30-second world record, so it is looking very, very unlikely that Murphy's going to be able to knock this level out. But we shall see. I will not lower the flag until, well, actually I might do it right now. We've got 10 seconds. I don't think either of these levels are beatable within that amount of time, so we will definitely call it. Murphy has taken this win, tying the game up. Whoever wins the next match will take the set and take the win. Good comeback from Murphy. Alright, looks like John Wayne is exiting the course, and Murphy seems to be doing so as well. Neither of them have interest in completing their levels. Looks like they were just communicating with each other, getting it set up for the next phase. Great game so far. We've had great games all day. Every single one of them has been very good. Hopefully it continues throughout the night. I'll take this opportunity during the break to just remind everyone that we do have, who is up next? We got Dansta versus Eric Von Wild up next. That'll be in about a half hour. That'll be starting. Anyone who's looking forward to that, make sure to stick around. And again, during this break, be sure to stay hydrated, guys. Drink some water. Got a little bit of hype in the chat. Very good. And we are off to 3D World 1-2. Murphy starting just a little bit later. And we are back on track with the timers here, folks. 3D World 1-3. Definitely looks like a traditional level so far. Very good. Nice to see those. It's really the kind of place where a speedrunner can kind of like show off their more their normal skill. I'm not really sure how to phrase that, but I just feel like it helps them show off their skill a little bit better with just the well-rounded, simple design of these levels. Both of our runners having a little bit of trouble getting through the first part. I do not know. Do not know if perhaps these runners are having a little bit of nerves, realizing that whoever wins this will take the actual win. It's always good when we have these tied matches like this. It definitely helps keep the third match extra spicy, extra fun. But every single point in this truly matters. Big time. JohnWayne jumping over those spikes, avoiding the trolls. Jumping over the bonsai bills and finding himself on the wall, sliding down into the pipe. Murphy seems like he has skipped the level, moved on to the next one. Missed what that was called, but we'll see it shortly, no doubt. It looks like it's a trick level. Pretty quick reset. He's just got to do I guess just one spring drop. All it is. Just got to do a spring drop and he'll have it. For runners of this level of skill, it shouldn't really be too much of a problem for either of them once Wayne gets there as well. However, JohnWayne is deciding to stick with this level here and try and make his way through. Almost looked like he hit a little bit of an invisible wall right there. Might have just been a bit of a frame drop. All right, JohnWayne taking a slow stroll through Koopa Town. Deciding to just take one of them out for fun there. And riding up this swamp, figuring out where to go. We do have a little bit of a little bully battle here. Climbing up the tree. Is there a power-up? No, there is not. But he manages to find the pipe. Climbing through. Will he take the first clear? We will see. Finds a warp box, and the warp box leads directly to the flag. Definitely could have landed on, could have touched that falling icicle. That would have been very unfortunate, and JohnWayne does take the first clear. Meanwhile, Murphy gives up on the spring drop level. We'll see if JohnWayne is able to clear that quickly or not. If he does, that could definitely spell a very big lead for him. Meanwhile, Murphy on a very slow, low gravity level. JohnWayne experimenting, checking out the door, seeing what it leads to. Just a reset door. Not a big deal. And he's skipping immediately. Honestly, that is probably a very good decision. It's definitely a huge time save over Murphy's decisions. Because, I mean, neither of them ended up clearing it, and Wayne did spend a lot less time on it. This low gravity stage that both of our players are on, neither of them can touch the ground. They have to bounce off of the enemies the entire time. And I believe they can also touch the bouncers, which is totally fine. And hopefully it's not too long. And it is not. As I say that, Murphy finds the exit, getting his first clear, tying the game up. Let's see if he can shoot ahead and maybe put some distance between himself and JohnWayne or not, or if JohnWayne will end up taking this clear and keeping his lead. Yeah, I see in chat that Buzzy is the entire level. Absolutely. That is by far the hardest jump that I am seeing, landing on that single Buzzy beetle on that one tile. Murphy having to go on a journey to find 340 golden coins. In 10 seconds. That means if he misses any, it is over. He's already done for. Starting over. Not wasting the time, finding the death. And JohnWayne gets past that Buzzy Beetle. Oh, he's lining up the shot, making sure that he can see his character the entire time, and takes the second clear as Murphy gets his second, keeping the match tied perfectly. 2-2. We got 10 minutes left in this set. Where will it take us? Yeah, Murphy checking out mole-like creatures. Will it be Monties, or will it be things that resemble Monty moles? All right, now we're checking out the Munchers, and yes, it does look like the creator was a little bit generous on the left here. JohnWayne taking his third clear with 342 out of 340. as Twitch chat is pointing out. Gotta love when the creator's just a little bit nice. You can miss a coin or two. You don't have to be perfect, but good enough. Oh, Murphy and John Wayne both on the same level here. A lot of tracks, a lot of moving pieces. Both of them having trouble already. But Murphy, fortunately, with the checkpoint. Ooh, getting right in between those. Right in between those munchers. Doesn't the one ways block him off. He laughs it off. He's having a good time. Excellent. Good to see from a runner having a good time. Excellent when the camera can kind of lend to their mood a bit. Definitely helps add to the experience, I think. John Wayne at the same checkpoint. Our runners are on the same screen. They could see each other if they were in the same version of existence right now. Murphy taking a death from the piranha plant that John Wayne manages to dodge. Can he get through this area that killed that killed Murphy before? Yes, he does. No problem at all. Oh, he has fast reactions figuring it out, but is not quite. Toad's little stubby legs are not quite fast enough to avoid the big munch. Murphy carefully, slowly making his way through, figuring out the pattern. All has the reaction time to dodge the piranha plants and takes his third clear, tying it up once again. Can John Wayne get through here and take the lead back right now, or will it be a while before we see the lead again? John Wayne going through, jumping directly over the piranha plants to take the fourth clear, keeping his lead. We are now halfway through this match, folks. Well, moving on to Blade Runner 1982. Oh my. Like tears. No, like what? I don't know what this means. Like tears in rain. Oh my gosh. I'm giving up trying to read what that says. There's too much poison and blocks and stuff. It is a 10-second world record, so it is definitely a quick level. All they've got to do is avoid the falling blocks. Keep it from crushing them or forcing them into the poison, as we just saw on John Wayne's screen. Like tears in rain, time to die. Oh, that's not the most encouraging. The most encouraging method, that's what the pipes say there, but Murphy does manage to tie it up again, taking the fourth clear. Can John Wayne get through here? Looks like he's just taking it nice and slow. Those blocks do not spawn. Do not respawn. He is letting them sink into the ground. Oh, one of them comes from behind. A little bit of a surprise there. Taking him out. Murphy going on to rapid fire. Has to defeat all 53 piranha plants. Blazing through there, roasting each one. Hitting that B button as fast as he can.
Oh, no.
And all runs out of time. It's as simple as that, folks. All he's got to do is run at max speed with as little time loss as he possibly can. Meanwhile, John Wayne, seeming like he's got a good pattern going, able to just run forward and dodge everything. Runs forward, grabs the clear, taking him up to 5, putting him in first place once again. And doesn't quite get the world record, but hey, that was pretty fast. That was a good job. And rapid fire. He's moving on to this level that is living up to his name. There is fire, and it is definitely rapid. Looks like in chat we got people giving us some nice information. Apparently, the Beast had a tip of the day talking about how we need to, in order to get through a level like this rapid fire one, you have to use both of the B buttons. That makes quite a lot of sense. It would allow you to run while shooting fire at the same time. Murphy faced on the next level with 3 blargs, it looks like. Wow, that's quite a lot. John Wayne again deciding to just skip the level that Murphy was unable to clear, but doing it sooner, therefore gaining some time of his own. Murphy is working to try and catch up still, while John Wayne is fighting to keep his lead and possibly further it. Murphy jumping over some cubes here. appreciating the background. Looks like there's a painting, a portrait with a boo in it. The little details you don't notice when you're actually playing. Oh, we got some bookshelves. Oh, Murphy going for the dive, misses the tree, looks very surprised. Not entirely sure why that happened. And Wayne hiding from that blarg. Oh, takes the hit anyway, uses it for a damage boost, and just barely makes it on to that moving blue block. Murphy climbing the tree, being rewarded with just a single coin. Not really worth it in this tournament, but it's a nice sentiment. The blargs are coming. They're chasing Mario down on this slow platform. Mario, run! John Wayne getting through the level, finding the clear, taking up his 6th clear and furthering the gap. Meanwhile, Murphy laughing off his fall again. Perhaps it isn't in his best interest to be diving in that situation. It does save a little bit of time, but it seems to be a little too risky, which is definitely losing time in the end. John Wayne on a level called Spider-Man Easy. Oh, how clever. He's slinging webs. I get it. He's jumping from the buildings. That's pretty cool. I like creative levels like that. Spider-Man Easy. I kind of want to know what the harder Spider-Mans look like now. Popping off of those Koopas, paratroopers. Also, keep in mind, this might be Spider-Man Easy, but it is still in Experts, so who knows what Spider-Man, like, Super Expert looks like. We got the Bowser face, the boss fight symbol. Murphy climbing up that last tree with a star, taking his clear. Shortening the gap, bringing it to 6-5 in John Wayne's favor. John Wayne swinging back and forth a little bit, taking his Spidey time. John Wayne. Every time I say his name, I think of the Sons of Sylvia song. If anyone wants to look into that, it's pretty good. And called John Wayne, obviously also a famous historical figure, but takes me back. Murphy making his way up this chimney, it seems like, figuring out where that key door is. John Wayne just went into the key door and is faced with a big boy hammer bro. Not sure if he has a special name or not, but they certainly are annoying. Those might just be the Hammer Bros from 3D World now. Or what is this, New Soup? Might just be the New Soup. Hammer Bros. Sledge Brother. Thank you, chat. That is a Sledge Brother. The big ones that stun you. Murphy just a little bit ahead at the moment in this level. Climbing up, dodging the hammers. Getting stunned. Doesn't really cost him anything but time is a premium in this format that we are running in. John Wayne running back into the house, seeing what he can do. Murphy trying to fight through ninjas, manages to fend off all of the flying ninjas, getting to the pole, closing the gap, going for the comeback. We are back 6-6. John Wayne has 45 seconds to try and regain his lead. Otherwise, and there it is. There is that lead. Murphy has to act fast. He's got 35 seconds to tie the game up and send us into overtime and give him a chance at taking this match. And it does look like he has a decent chance. This is a very fast level. It's hard to say how long exactly it will take, but hopefully it's a quick one. We've got 20 seconds left on the clock. 10-second speedrun. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Which means if Murphy gets through it on this attempt, then he will likely... Murphy gets the axe! Murphy takes the axe, tying it up 7-7, and we're out of time, moving into overtime. What a great match. Seconds to spare. This is why we're here. This is what this league does, and man, our runners are delivering this week. That is for sure. We will be moving into overtime, folks, and this will be fantastic to watch. Whoever it comes down to this one level. The very last level determines who takes the win home with them. And who gets to move forward in the standings. Again, I believe this is John Wayne's very first match of the season. So if he takes this, then he will be off to a very good start. Murphy already sitting with a win. Similarly, if he takes this, he'll be off to just as good of a start, being one of the few runners to have 2 wins under his belt. And what better level to do for our tiebreaker, to start with on our tiebreaker than What Is This? The puzzle-solving adventure with a 22-second world record, Just Try, by Mind Blocks. What is this? This is overtime. Just try, my friends. Just try. This will be fun. Okay, and we are off. This will be very good indeed. This is What Is This 1? This is the first What Is This in a series. Alright, so we got a P-switch. Murphy decides he's gonna take the P-switch rather than use it. Gets plopped off into a death pit. Meanwhile, John Wayne gets stuck in a door trap. No better, really. They've each discovered one trap so far. Murphy going, and each of them falling for the opposite trap.
Oh, no.
All right. I'm not totally sure where to go. Okay, John Wayne figures it out. There is a Murphy also figuring it out. Can he get through without dying? Yes, he's making it. Finds a different pipe and sees a key door that will drop him out somewhere. He is just trying as hard as he can. Finding the POW from the door trap. Trying to get that key, red coin key. Both of them. Moving back through. I'm not sure if there's much point to having this POW block. He's going for the POW drop to get in the door. I'm not sure if that is necessary, but could definitely save time, and it seems to pay off. Murphy is getting in through the door. Is the exit in sight? There's an arrow pointing left, and he finds it. Murphy takes the 8th clear for the win, getting his 2nd point. John Wayne put up an amazing fight, gave us something to look forward to for the rest of this league. He will definitely be a major contender, but he is taking the first loss for himself, while Murphy is moving forward 2-0 in the season. Congratulations. I'm so glad that you guys were all here to witness this. And thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stay hydrated out there. John Wayne, still going through this level. Unfortunately, I believe this was a pre-recorded match, so we shouldn't be having any... We will not be having any interviews. But thank you guys for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for the next race if you want to see Dansta versus Eric Von Wild. Peace out.
They are synced now. Do whatever. In the lead again.
Wow. Side for sure from Cheese. Okay, doing it moving. Oh no, the Cheese falls! Cheese